95.3 The Bear, Bama's best country. Now, a story broke last week about a guy that you may know from here in Tuscaloosa. He's a musician. His name's Ronnie Lee Gipson. He was leaving a club with his girlfriend in Birmingham, as the story goes, and he was, I guess, apparently mugged and was shot in the back. He's expected to be fine, but on the phone right now, we're going to get the update straight from him, Ronnie Lee Gipson. How are you? What's the word from the doctors?
It's great. I mean, they pulled my breathing tube today. Probably going to send me home later tonight. They're going to do another X-ray and check my lung. I've got a partially collapsed lung that they said it was looking good and everything was working out like it's supposed to. So they pulled the tube out of my lungs today, out of my chest, and I'm just hanging out. I got a couple of visitors on their way by here in a bit. Yeah, I'm just waiting on them to do this next X-ray and then to look it over. If it looks all good and it looks like that lung's not going to build up more fluid again, I'll be out of here.
Well, man, I mean, I'm so glad to hear that you're doing better. Can you do you mind walking us through what happened that night?
Yeah, sure thing. Me and my girlfriend Amber Ritchie were at Saturn in a couple of bands play. I guess after the show ended, we were leaving the venue, walked a couple of blocks up to where we were parked. We were parked right in front of Yellowhammer Creative, which is maybe. Yeah, and I've parked right there too many times going to shows at Saturn. Right in front of their gate. We were parked almost right in front of their gate, and I guess we're about maybe 5 feet or so from her car. Yeah. And a car just pulled up on us with the windows down and the lights off. There was 3 guys in the car. I think there was 3 guys in the car. There was definitely at least 2, but I think there was 3. And the guy was just like, "Don't move, stop moving," or whatever he said, something like that. That was one of that. I kind of glanced over my shoulder and just realized he's in the car, and I'm not stopping.
Yeah.
Amber stopped, and I guess apparently the guy said, if you don't stop, I'm going to shoot you in your head. And I didn't even hear him say that. But when I glanced over my shoulder, I didn't see a gun, so I didn't really feel threatened, and I'm not going to give any of my personal belongings up to punks in a car that is going to try to act hard,
Sure.
But I just kept walking towards the car because we were right there. We were so close. And I heard the gun go off. I heard a pop. It wasn't very loud. I mean, it sounded like a 22, but I think it was actually a 25.
Yeah.
Investigators said it was a little hopeful bigger than a 22. He fired the gun and apparently shot me in the back, but I didn't even feel it. I just kept walking when I heard the gunfire, and Amber screamed, and they peeled out of there. And I was just like, "Get in the car, we're getting out of here." So we jumped in the car, and I whipped the car around and drive back down to Saturn, literally right on the corner at the stop sign, and I park it and jump out. And I was like, my buddy Scotty Lee from GT and his drummer Mark and a couple other people, I don't know, we're sitting around right there in the little smoker's stand. I jumped out and walked up and was like, "Guys, we got shot at." And they're like, "What?" I didn't even hear a gunshot. And then Amber jumps out of the car and starts screaming. She's like, "Ronnie is bleeding." And it was kind of like a joking moment. I was just so calm. I was just like, "Oh, well, never mind. We didn't get shot at. I got shot." There was a scramble, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, dude, lay down. We need to put pressure on it." And I was just standing there at the fence, bleeding out,
So whenever you realized what had really happened, what went through your head? I mean, did you panic at any time?
No, I was totally calm. I mean, they helped me lay down on the ground, and Amber got on the phone with 911 and called an ambulance. There was like a little hot dog cart there, and I don't know the guy's name that was running the cart, but he apparently got some towels or whatever and put pressure on my back where I was bleeding out to kind of help stop the bleeding. And Scotty was holding my hand while I was laying on the ground, and I reached and dug my phone out of my back pocket, called my mom, and told her that, I woke her up and was like, "I've been shot." She was like, "Dude, what?" Like, "I've been shot." She's like, "Huh? I've been shot in the back."
Oh, goodness.
She was like, "Let me talk to somebody else." So I handed Scotty the phone. I guess he talked to my mom and told her what was going on. course, they stuck me in the ambulance, and of course, started cutting all my clothes off and whatnot. Got me over here to the hospital.
Yeah, so they had to leave the bullet in? Is that what I understand?
Yeah, I don't know if, the guy was actually, I'm not really sure what was going on. I mean, I don't know if it was like a gang initiation or what, but, I don't know. I don't know if the guy actually intended to shoot me in the head or not, even though he said that. Either he's a terrible shot, I'm extremely lucky, or he just never intended to actually kill me.
Or just maybe just was intending to rob you, and then whenever they realized, Amber saw it all, and then they just hightailed it out of there.
Well, I mean, the thing is they never said anything about that. They never just stopped moving money. They just stopped moving. Not sure what was going on. Fortunately, they didn't shoot her.
Yeah. Yeah,
so the shot itself went in just slightly to the right of my spine, man. I mean, I could have been paralyzed. Actually, where it came in, I mean, if it had hit my spine, I'd probably be paralyzed, and it would have probably pierced my heart eventually, too.
Yeah. Is this on your right side?
It came in just slightly right of my spine, and it came across because of they were sitting down in a car, and it was the angle of it and everything.
Yeah.
It came across, and it pierced my lung, I guess, and they said it ricocheted off one of my ribs and went up and lodged itself between another rib behind my shoulder.
Oh, my goodness.
Behind my left shoulder. They said it was just in there in such a good way. I mean, it's not going to move. They were like, it's impossible for that bullet to move unless you're around like an MRI or some outrageously strong package like that. And they said because of where it is behind my shoulder and all, it would be extremely invasive to try to dig it out. It would probably cause way more damage and high risk of infection, whereas the bullet was still hot when it went in. So
you've got to live with this constant reminder of that night, and I guess be grateful that this guy was a bad shot.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I assume getting shot probably faced a lot of people and, probably scares, terrifies us a lot.
Yeah.
Shot, I don't.
No.
I never thought I'd get shot, but here we are, and the thought of it hasn't really bothered me so much. It's made me a little more paranoid.
Yeah, or a little more cautious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually pretty cautious about my surroundings, too, and the funny thing was, on our way to Saturn, I'd just been talking to Andrew about, being safe and walking home, or walking through the park. And then, of course, they pulled up on us. And, I mean, we weren't on our phones or anything. We were just having a conversation, walking.
Yeah. Well, you've had thousands of people come out and donate to your GoFundMe account. What do you have to say to all those people that have supported you on GoFundMe and helped with your medical bills?
Man, to be honest, I never imagined having so many people. I mean, there's been just tons of donations from all kind of anonymous. There's been people I've never met, names I've never heard of. People have left notes about, like, I don't know you don't know me, but the story really touched me. Donate. And people that I don't know have been donating like large sums of money. I mean, I'm just blown away by the amount of support and everything from the community. All over the country. I mean, I never would have imagined that. It's really, everything's been so positive and uplifting, man. I mean, it's just, I probably cried. I didn't cry when I got shot or anything. I haven't really cried the whole time I've been here, but after seeing all that, man, I probably cried more from that than I have in years. I mean, it's amazing. I couldn't even begin to, I mean, there's no way I could say thank you enough.
Yeah. Well, man, we are so glad you're getting out of the hospital today. Hopefully everything pans out and they're able to let you loose. So whenever you come back into Tuscaloosa, let us know, man. Come up to the studio and hang out for a little while.
Well, I mean, that very well may be later tonight.
Well, I'm gonna be drinking a beer somewhere later tonight. So come and enjoy a beer with me then.
Well, I don't know that I'll be able to drink a beer for a short while because my lungs still healing up.
Yeah.
I definitely come hang out with everybody. I'd like to hug everybody's neck, and I've been really fortunate to have everybody come visit me in the hospital. I mean, there was probably close to 100 people that night in the ER, and everybody's doing all these benefit shows for me, and I'm just blown away, man. And the biggest, you know what the biggest bummer to me is I had to miss a couple of gigs.
Yeah.
I wish I could play more than anything.
Yeah, spoken like a true road musician. All right, Ronnie Lee. Well, man, we appreciate it. Hope you have a speedy recovery and get back to playing music quick.
Well, I hope to see y'all in maybe the next week or two. We'll just see how my shoulder does carrying the weight of a guitar bass again.
All right, man. You can do it sitting down, though.
Well, yeah, that's true. And I talked about it, but, you know, how fun is it to rock when you're sitting down?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you get you one of them big old chairs like Axl Rose used when he broke his leg, you know?
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
All right, Ronnie Lee. Thanks so much for calling, man.
Hey, thanks, and I love you all.